Welcome back. In previous videos, we've seen examples of how we could calculate the equilibrium constant if the equilibrium concentrations are already given to us. But believe me, that's only going to happen in the very beginning of your equilibrium lessons. For most of the time, you're not going to be given all of the equilibrium concentrations. So in this video, we're going to look at some of the tools you need and the techniques you'll use to calculate equilibrium constants if you're given some initial concentrations and some or none of the equilibrium concentrations. Now, what are some of the tools you're going to need? First of all, and I can't stress this enough, this first point, your equilibrium constant can only be calculated from equilibrium concentrations. That's why they're called equilibrium constants, because they're calculated from equilibrium concentrations. Another tool that you'll become very familiar with is what's called the ICE table. Now, ICE stands for initial, change, and equilibrium. The ICE table is a visual method to kind of keep track of what the initial and equilibrium concentrations are, and you can use stoichiometry to help you determine what the change in the concentration will be. And so this ICE table will take this kind of form where you start out with your equilibrium equation, and then you have initial, change, and equilibrium listed along the left-hand side. And then depending on which values are given to you in the problem, you can tabulate either some of the equilibrium or initial conditions and solve for the rest using this equilibrium table. So we're going to walk through exercise 5 now to see how we would calculate an equilibrium constant when we're not given all of the equilibrium concentrations.